with me, Miss Ika Sortiani. And today we are going to do something fun and different with our previous activity. Well, before we start our lesson today, you need to prepare some materials. What are they? The first thing is ruler, second one is scrap paper, and the last one is drawing pens. Well, what are we going to do right now? We are going to make the graph of absolute value function. Are you ready to learn this new topic? Well, if you're ready, now let's get started.
Previously, we already prepared ruler, scrap paper, and drawing pens. One more thing that we need to do is doing the function review. What is a function? You may think function as a machine. When you give it an input, then it will give you an output. Now, look at this illustration. When I give it an input of 5, the output is 10. When I give it an input of 8, the output is 16. And when I give it an input of 10, the output is 20. What does this machine do to the input? You will probably guess. This machine just multiply 2 by the input. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 10 is 20. And yes, this is a function. In mathematics, this function is commonly written as while the f is the function name, x is the input, and 2x is the output. And we read it, f of x is equal to 2x. When we change this function machine into this table, and it will become like this. When the input is x equals to 5, then the output is f of 5 is equal to 2 times 5 is equal to 10. When the input is 8, using the same way, we will get the output of 16. When the input is 10, using the same way also, we will get the output of 20. And how about f of 15? It's easy. F of 15 is equal to 2 times 15 is equal to 30. Is this the only function? Of course not. There are so many types of machine as well as the function. Here is the example of another function. What is the value of f of 1? Remember, 1 here represents the input. So, to find out f of 1, just replace the input, which is the x, by 1. And then we will get f of 1 is equal to 3 times 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 2. And what is the value of f of negative 2? Using the same way, replacing the x, and you will have f of negative 2 is equal to negative 11. And how about f of 4? The same way also, replacing the x, you will have f of 4 is equal to 7. Is this a function? Yes. And this is an absolute value function. Based on this absolute value function, what is the value of f of 1? Remember once again, 1 here represents the input. So, to find out f of 1, we need to replace the x on the given function by 1. So, we will have f of 1 is equal to the absolute value of 5 times 1 minus 12 is equal to the absolute value of negative 7 and is equal to 7. Don't forget, we are now dealing with the absolute value. So, remember our previous material that the absolute value represents the distance of a number from 0. So, it will be always a positive number. And how about f of 2? Using the same way, replacing the x, and you will have f of 2 is equal to 2. And how about f of 3? Using the same way also, f of 3 is equal to 3. Ready to make absolute value function graph? Now, look at this example. Make the graph of f of x is equal to the absolute value of x plus 2. Now, step 1. Take any value of x. So, here, you may take any value of x. It can be started from any number. For example, if you want to start this table from negative 10 or from negative 6, it's okay, up to you. In this case, I will start it from negative 4. Now, let's substitute the value of x into the given function. And after we substitute the value of x one by one, we will have this value. Go on to step 2. Now, please prepare your squared paper and then make the vertical and the horizontal axis on your squared paper. Don't forget to put the labels. And now, let's start to make the dots. Look at the first row of your table here. When the x is negative 4, then the fx is equal to 2. Now, look at your squared paper. When x equals negative 4 and f of x is equal to 2. Now, put a dot here. Now, after this, go on to the next dot. When dx is -3, f of x is 1. Make the dot here and then continue the process. You will have so many dots here, and the final step is joining all the dots with a straight line. And it's done. And now you have the graph of absolute value function. Now, try this. Make the graph of f of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 1. I will help you by giving the value of x here. Ready to check your? How did you do? Want to try a challenge? Wow! Now, please make the graph of f of x is equal to the absolute value of 2x minus 1 minus 2. Then, I will leave this problem, this challenge for you, and we will discuss this in the discussion section.
Well, I think that's all for today. And hopefully, after watching this video, you can make the graph of absolute value function well. Bye bye, see you in the next video.